Welcome to the Netherlands.
와, 동양인 우리밖에 없는 것 같은데?
코리아, 코리아.
Let's get it on!
독일입니다. 독일.
Text.
Are you freaking kidding me? No. You freaking kidding me.
Want een Duitse, dat was nog een jongen, was dat. En zo laten doen.
네덜란드 얼마 만에 오셨죠?
한 20년 넘었지.
20년이요?
20년 넘었지. 그래서 또 우리 친구 레지 콕스. 그 친구 엄마하고 할머니하고 다 같이 만나기로 했거든. 40대 레지의 이야기, 60대 엄마의 이야기, 2차 세계대전을 겪었던 할머니의 이야기. 왜냐면 네덜란드가 되게 급진적인 나라잖아. 그래서 뭐 그런 것들이 되게 궁금하다.
생각보다 날씨가 되게 흐리네요.
유럽이 독일도 그렇고 네덜란드도 그렇고 날씨가 되게 척박하다. 그래서 가만히 보면 집 안에서 하는 것들이 발전되거든. 근데 스페인이나 바르셀로나나 날씨 좋은 데 가면 사람들이 밖에서 노는 게 발전돼 있어. 근데 날씨가 안 좋으니까 햇빛 하면 비치잖아. 전부 다 팬티 입고 잔디밭 가가 눕는다.
와 근데 아까 진짜 비가 진짜 좀 왔는데 하늘 개 흐리고.
날씨가 장난 아니지.
아니 진짜 근데 많이 안 나오네.
바로 사람들 다 밖에 나와서 앉아있잖아. 햇빛 비치면 전부 다 밖에 나와서 맥주 마시고 있다.
우리는 등 지는데 무조건.
햇빛 없는 데는 손이 없잖아.
사람이 없어.
햇빛 비치는데 다 앉아있잖아. 지금 보이지? 나 런드리 가면 돈 아까워 못해.
워싱 한 번에 6유로.
자, 1번.
뭐죠? 지금 시간 6시 40분.
파티가 끝나고 난 약간 아침 같은 느낌이다. 봐봐라, 아무도 없다.
여기 엄청 시끄러운데.
오나가 저쪽으로 한 바퀴 뛸까? 우리가 이거 들고 뛰어봐야지.
네.
하프 마라톤을 들고 뛸 수 있는지 없는지 간접 체험할 수 있는지.
파리 마라톤은 구독자와 같이 가버리는 거지.
이거 성화 몽송도 아니고 이거. 성화도 아니고 이거.
트램펄린. 여러분 건강하게 살아야 합니다. 잠자는 개한테는 햇볕이 뜨지 않습니다. 헬로. 안녕하세요.
무슨 유튜브에 나중에 영상 올라오면 보고 싶어요.
한국 분이세요?
네.
아니에요 저희.
반갑습니다. 이거 사시는 분이에요?
아니요, 출장 왔어요. 한국말 들리길래.
않습니다. 시간이 얼마 안 돼가지고.
네, 응원하겠습니다.
감사합니다.
네, 전화 주세요.
감사합니다.
신문 잘생겼다. 구독자 한 명 더. So then what's your most famous menu? Can you pick one?
This one?
One.
Okay.
크다. 요거는 이제 연어 들어간 오믈렛. 요거는
불고기하고
베이컨이랑.
아침에 일찍 뽕 한번 봐야 알았어?
근데 암스테르담 오면 여기 주위에 그럴싸한 막 큰 호텔이 없으니까 그런 조식 먹는 거다 차라리 여기 와서.
근데 단가는 미국하고 비슷하다. 작은 물가 아니야? 레기 콕스 in Amsterdam.
Jullie in Amsterdam.
From now on, my name is Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee?
Bruce
I will
Lee.
accept that because you were the best Bruce Lee I've ever seen in cosplay.
So, tell me about what we are going to do today.
First, we drive back to my hometown, the east of the Netherlands, called 학스베르겐. And very close is this, in the same county, is a village called the Sint Isidorushoeve. And there's what they start in today's national holiday called Ascension. Cross races with cars, combines, trucks, normal events like shooting. You can imagine that these guys drink 1,500 euros in 3 days and then just go absolutely bananas. So they use their vacation money to go ballistic for 4 days.
Wow. So, tell me about your life. You grew in Netherlands, huh?
Yeah,
And you joined the army for how long?
12 years.
So, have you ever attended a war?
Yes, Afghanistan twice, 2007. One tour I was on airbase in Kabul, and the other tour I was on what we call the jingle truck coordination cell. I did transportation inside and outside of the base.
After you finish the army service, you start the detailing business, huh?
That was 2012. First I drove a little bit of truck because I still have truck driver's license. I was detailing in free time, yes, but I managed to get myself a position inside of a car wash company, also in the Netherlands. That's where I started, and in 2018 we started the first internship.
And then you are master detailer of the Lab Cosmetica.
Yeah.
What about, you have a son, right?
Yes. There was never marriage, but the most important thing happened, and that's my son.
But you normally in Netherlands you don't get married or something like that?
It's less and less and less. You see less and less people get married.
You just live together, huh?
Yeah, they do what you call a registered partnership. So it's not marriage, but it's similar. But you go to you just sign a document that you live together. Basically, it's exactly the same as a marriage, but just without the ceremony.
Then what's happened with her? You had a baby?
Yeah, she was very young back then. We had to make big decisions, and I said, well, listen, I'm open for everything. So what you need, just let me know. First, there was a talk that you're going to move to my place. In the beginning, yes, but then things started to move around, and then everything became uncertain. She had a difficult past, and you can still see that now in the days, because it took forever to get my son back after 4 years fighting in court. It took forever. After 4 years, I have to reintroduce myself to my son, start to get to know him for the second time.
But I see the street is so dirty. What's happening here?
The borders are still open, so people are still coming in.
To live here?
Yeah, or to ask for money here and don't do anything here. Very little come here to say I'm going to start a new job and start a new life. Most of them just complain, is my free food not so good? And
all the tax and all the hard-working Netherlands people's money goes to the immigrant, huh?
Yeah.
And immigrants make a city dirty, huh?
Yeah, and destroy everything. And
that's what the Netherlands people's mind.
The people on the left think it's very important to have everybody included, and the people on the right would say, how many people do you want to fit in this country still?
It's like a conflict, politics stuff, huh?
Absolutely.
So it's like Netherlands is one of the first country accepting the start change, right? Weed, transgender issue, prostitute. So they are like open for adopting everything the first, huh?
Well, it's not just, you would say, it's just prostitution, but if you look at the prostitute has to uphold certain health standards. She has to have certification, registration, legislation. So basically she's a business owner, self-employed. And of course you have the prostitution that is almost a human trafficking type of prostitution. The illegal prostitution, yes.
You mean the women are working without their decision, huh?
Exactly. It's against their will. They have been brought here under false pretenses that they will have a future and a life. In fact, they were just here, they could just...
So there must be some kind of the crime organization behind it, huh?
Absolutely.
The bicycle is very popular, huh?
There are more bicycles in the Netherlands than people. If you cannot ride a bicycle at you're 4 years old, you're considered to be a retard, because we do everything on bikes. Yeah, going to the festival. So this is another small village in Twente. The region is called Twente. It's a very small town, so there's a couple of streets over there. This is the main street.
I like this kind of quiet. 각 마을이 인구가 한 10,000명에서 15,000명 정도 되는데 그 마을하고 마을 사이가 거리가 한 2-3km밖에 안 되는 거야. 작은 마을들이 이렇게 옹기종기 있는 거지. 저기 열리는데. This is a festival?
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you for inviting us with this great festival, Reggie.
I'm so happy that you are here, that I can show you this. And some of my family is also here.
Really?
Yeah.
또 레지가 멀리서 왔다고 직접 티켓도 끊어주니까 와우. 와.
이거 약간 미국에서 보던 그런 스몰 타운에 가면 그런 축제하는 그런 거 같아요.
영화에서 나오는.
네.
What's up, man? 여기 100번 잘 온 것 같은데.
Now you get to experience local culture.
와, 동양인 우리밖에 없는 것 같은데.
That's my brother. This is my brother.
So nice
My
to meet you.
stepfather.
Dat betekent wel dat Sven Scholten nu naar de tweede plaats toe moet. Maar Sven die krijgt het nou moeilijk, want die heeft die 44 daar. We gaan het boekje weer opdraaien. Met papier verzameld, wat onder de melk door.
Do you like it?
It's really nice. So these people are coming from the neighborhood town.
Yeah, I think so 10, 20 kilometers around. I was 40 years old and I come here. Now I'm 60. I think so for 40, 50 years. Yeah, this place. My son is driving here.
아빠도 우리 딸 한번 보고 싶지.
I have a question really. Why is the old man drinking and the kids are cleaning?
They earn money. This is local kids from here, and they basically earn an allowance on the side for cleaning up. Because this is child labor, but this is local, arranged. It's just like on some other festivals. If you collect 10 of those, you get 1 token. And then at the end of the party, you can resell your tokens back to the register.
Brilliant idea.
They do it even smarter at another festival, is that they basically charge you a token for the glass. So if you buy a drink and you come back with the glass, you get a new drink. If you don't have a glass, that means you threw it away, they're going to charge you for the glass. So just to have a plastic glass is 4.5 if you lose it or if you throw it away. So they are making people not throw away their glasses and keep the glasses in hand.
It's Korean YouTuber.
Koreaanse YouTuber.
Oh, kijk, ja.
Ja, er zijn er verder gezegd.
She's very famous autocross driver.
Wow.
Female driver.
She's a driver?
Yeah.
They're all male, but this
Look,
is
she's all
female.
covered in dirt.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hello. 여기 동양인이 저희밖에 없어서 겁나 쳐다봐요.
The woman at the bar said, "Why is that guy filming?" I said, "This is a South Korean delegation that spent 15 hours in a fucking airplane to visit your shitty town, to watch your crappy cars and drink your shitty beer. So be fucking honored that they are here." Do you see anybody else? No. Are there Americans here? No. The Koreans are here. Yes. Korea. Korea.
와우. 사람들이 전부 다 계속 쳐다본다. I have some questions. So how is the social security, the government do the socially for the citizen?
If you never had a job and you need money, there is a limit of a minimum amount that the government's going to give you, sort of a living money.
How much?
It could be up to 900 euros.
Oh.
My father is disabled, but he used to have the non-disabled social security like a working person, and it was only 900, and it's not enough to live in the Netherlands for 900 euros. Because what you lose in insurances, mandatory insurances, you're already there. And then rent, electricity, nobody can live for 900 in the Netherlands. If you have children, you get more. The amount of children, there is...
And if you have old men that you support?
Say if I officially live with my grandmother would lose her subsidized for the rent. Because she's alone and she's old, she gets rent subsidization. Yeah, you get discount on your healthcare, you get discount on your rent. So the government pays a part of your rent, but it's our own money. Subsidizing is tax money. So if you are a working man and you worked for a certain amount of years, you have what we call unemployment subsidizing. So if you had a good salary, they're gonna pay you the first, depending on how long you worked, but they could take up to 2 years, they pay you 70%, and then if you are still unemployed, they pay you 60%, and if you're still unemployed, you go outside of the unemployment and you go to welfare.
If you are single, you make a 2,000 euro per month. How much tax you pay?
42%.
Are you freaking kidding me?
41.95% is the payment tax.
So if you make a 2,000 euro, you have to pay the tax 800 euro.
Yeah. No. And then you get that is your money. And then it's yours. And then if you take that 1,200 euros and you would save that every month, at the end of the year, when you reach a certain number, they're going to say you have too much money, you have to pay taxes over the extra money you have.
You're freaking kidding me.
And when I die and they have to give my money away as a heritage, you'll pay taxes over that. So the money that has been taxed, the 1,200 euros I put in the bank account, I want to give away, is going to tax again. And if I die, it's going to be taxed again.
미쳤다.
Welcome to the Netherlands.
와우. 약간 한국의 육회 같은 거다.
Baby cow.
송아지.
It's even more tender than normal beef.
송아지. 질긴 건 아닌데 씹는 맛이 있다. 저게 하나도 없잖아. 비계가.
A little bit of bread, a little bit of the meat, and a little bit of the yolk. Very good. Yeah, you know how to do this.
Okay.
Very healthy.
Wow.
So butter with herbs inside. This is typical Dutch, to put some butter on the steak. Steamy bun. Also with the lettuce and the pork and the like together.
소리 너무 좋은데요? 와. 1kg 됐어. 1.5kg.
We are basically going cross-side the border.
Okay.
So then we are in Germany, biking alongside the border.
Okay.
That's where we're going to take lunch, and then we will take the scenic route.
Oh, it's freaking high.
큰일 났다.
잠깐만 있어봐라. 와, 다리가 X 높은데? 아. 와우. So I should ride like this. So which way is to the German border?
Right there. You see the dotted line.
Hey, you are entering German.
Sure?
Yeah.
Here we go.
독일입니다. 독일. 여기는 독일.
Let's get it on! This is Germany?
See, all these places have these points where you can just rest.
That's an electronic bike, huh? I believe those guys are rented from the same place.
Could be, yeah.
Right?
But I wanted to make you suffer.
Yeah, not suffering, enjoying.
By using
Enjoying.
your,
Rejoice.
지금까지 6.5km 자전거 탔습니다.
지금 이쪽 동네가 지금 나셔널 홀리데이거든. 긴 주말이 낑겨 있는 바람에 문 닫은 곳이 많아가지고 place closed.
No, they are open at 3 p.m. apparently.
Really?
But that sign says 12.
엉덩이 아프지만 다시 40분 돌아가서 자전거 반납하고 로컬 점심 먹겠습니다.
1시간 넘게 자전거 타니까 너무 아파 죽겠다 해서.
엉덩이. 근데 이렇게 타니까 엉덩이가 좀 덜 아프네.
맞죠?
아이고, 또 끈기 아파라. Wow. Oh, my freaking ass.
Well, it's the cafeteria, what we call in the Netherlands cafeteria, where you can get like the Dutch fast food there. And this is the place I spent basically from my birth until my 25th. Yes. Now it's called the frikandel speciaal because it has mayo, curry, and onions.
Okay.
And you eat them in a combination together. This is French fries or really real potatoes from the Netherlands with mayonnaise, peanut sauce, and onions. This is what we call bear bite. This is onions, sausage, and peanut sauce.
Wow.
This is what we call a croquette, and this is what we call bitterballs. This is typically a beer snack. So normally you do drinking, and you have this during your drinking beer, and you eat this.
엄청 소프트한데요?
We have in total now 27 euros.
So this is like for us it's like a rice.
Yeah, our potatoes is your rice. So the amount of rice you eat is the amount of potatoes we eat. That's why I normally say typical Dutch cuisine is very boring, because what we normally eat is boiled potatoes, boiled vegetables, and a piece of beef or pork or whatever. That's basically the main course of the entire week. Well, you wanted to see where I live, where I actually live, or where I sleep.
So once we go to your house, it's okay. I shed on your toilet where you shed.
Anybody can shit on the toilet, that's not a problem.
Okay. Oh, this is
The old church, built into a community building now. There he is, the monster.
Wow.
So, this is Debbie. When you enter the house, then the kitchen, then the house.
okay.
So my grandmother always sits here, watches the TV.
Okay. LG, I see.
In my room.
This is yours.
Army, huh?
Well, if I told you you can find me very fast, let's see how fast you can find me. Who am I? I'm doing really my best to make sure I stand out.
This one.
Oh, there's one straight there.
Wow.
Tony, how's it going? Hi.
Hello. Sure.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Okay.
I'm Karen.
So your good-looking face comes from your mother. Yes. Ah, yeah.
That's Reggie, that's Jessica, my daughter, and that is Kevin.
A long time
Wow.
ago. Long time ago.
Here's the meat and onions and beer,
Wow.
garlic, mustard. I'm going to chop vegetables and the potatoes also. I thought that Reggie said that when she had made the soup.
How old is she?
In September she will be 87.
I want to hear the story, what she experienced about the World War.
My grandfather was a German, but he married my grandmother. It was in 1925, and he lived in 학스베르겐 with my grandmother. But he had to hide himself during the war because he had to, for the German to go in the army. He was already Dutch to live like a Dutchman. That was very difficult for my grandmother also. What, three little children, and your husband had to hide.
안녕하세요.
Hi.
Hi. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Oma.
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 Yeah, her real name is Jom,
Oma.
but this is Oma.
So thank you for inviting us. We are prepared the present.
I believe number one cosmetic is from Korea. You are already so beautiful, so you might not need it, but I'm
Je
pretty
bent
sure.
al zo mooi, dus je hebt het waarschijnlijk niet nodig. Maar
And you are also beautiful. Another special gift because we were thinking about what present can be represent some kind of a traditional of the Korea, like a old house, and if you turn it on.
en als je hem aanzet, dan heb je een lampje.
I like this.
My grandma is basically she's literally from here. She was born 300 meters from here. She's local. She's been here for the third generation now.
She's a generation that experienced World War II, no?
Jij heeft de Tweede Wereldoorlog meegemaakt.
Yeah.
So what's the most memories of the World War II she experienced when she was 7 years old?
Dat één Duitsers binnenkwam en hij was zo bang. En hij zat voor traan te kijken en zo. Dat stikt me dan zo bij, hè. En dan was een Duitser, en dat was nog een jonge jongen, was dat. En heel naar de deur.
Die Duitse jongen die helpt me,
Ja, ja. En hij zat bij ons voor het raam, jawel, en naar Emma naar boeken kijken. En heel naar de deur, jawel. En bang dat was, ja. Ja.
Because they lose the war.
Ja.
En die zware bommenwerpers. Nou, last van dat een één vliegtuig eroverheen komt.
It's like the trauma.
Bommenwerpers allemaal nog, ja. En die vis.
So how she's memory of you?
I will tell you something. She trained me. Tennis, badminton, table tennis, darts, billiards, pool, running, everything. My grandfather taught me how to drive a bicycle by putting a stick in my bike and then making me think that he was still holding the stick and I was already by myself. And then I look back, my grandfather's gone.
We've been knowing each other for 6-7 years, right? Every year, at least once or twice, he's been visiting Korea. And you know that Reggie have God's anointing mouth, right?
Yes.
People like him, you know, because he is very attractive person. So actually, you would not believe it, but Reggie is more like an idol in Korea.
Idol.
Only car wash, not a young woman. What kind of soup is this?
This grandmother's vegetable soup. We have onions, we have beef, we have meatballs.
This is the best soup when you feel ill.
Maybe it's the best soup for the next day for the hangover.
Ja, sowieso.
They're asking about the tax yesterday, and so I showed them the tax, and he goes like,
Are you freaking kidding me?
"That's how much?" Yes.
In Holland is tax.
The farmer, he makes milk, he pays tax. Let's go to the fabric, they pay tax. Let's go to the supermarket, they pay tax. The customer take the same liter milk, they pay tax. Dus 1 liter milk, they paid 5-6 times tax.
It's like a tax circulation, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
But this is coming from the cow. It's a milk type of a dish, but it's like a pudding with a specific flavoring. So we have chocolate vanilla, caramel. This is traditional flavor. This is maybe 100 to 200 years old traditional flavor. Then we have soft and airy. So this is more fluffy, yeah. And this is soft and airy vanilla, and this is raspberry.
I'll go with the traditional.
Yeah.
1870년도 붕어가 gemaakt.
It looks like pudding, but it's the
푸딩처럼
flavor is real.
보이는데 푸딩이 아니네.
엄청 부드럽고 푸딩 되기 전 느낌인데 그 바닐라 아이스크림 녹은 거.
아. 뭐. I think your grandmother is really satisfied once you go travel, you come back with a lot of stories.
Maybe if they want, I can show you how he doing in Korea.
He's doing great job. So I want to show some videos.
뭐해?
Zeker dat je een reality show bent?
저희 집에 안 가요?
오늘 가긴 가야지.
저희 이제 어디로 갑니까 이제?
헝가리가 사실 몰타 이후에 남은 제일 중요한 이유라고 할 수 있지. 엔진 오일 수입하려고 지금 준비 중인데. 몰 본사에 도착했습니다. 와, 연매출 3조 5천억. This your refinery freaking out with that what he said nine product. 그래서 엔진 오일이 이 유니버스 안에서 핵심적인 요소가 될 수 있겠다라는 생각이 드는 거죠. 별로라고 아니라고 싫다고 재미없으면 너가 혼날 준비해라.
와, 엄청 고풍스러운